Right, hi everyone. Thanks for joining us for this AMA. So we're gonna pre-record our AMAs and just send those to you through a YouTube link. And then of course, don't forget to join us tomorrow, which is Saturday, 10 a.m. our time. We'll be in the Discord to have a chat with you guys. So thanks for all those questions in there. I'm glad to see quite a few familiar names. Stormy, you asked us how we met. So basically, I've known Martin for over 11 years, and Martin and Simon have been friends for pretty much 20 years. So I got introduced to Simon via Martin, and that's how we met. Martin has been a successful businessman in Thailand for many years, and so has Simon. And that's basically how we met and how the whole idea of CannaFox came about. So without getting into any further ado, let's quickly jump into some of these questions that you guys have. So from Mr. Use Case, I will answer you at the end. How's the health of the plants looking? So Simon, how are those plants looking?
Yeah, they're looking really good. I mean, obviously we've got our mother rooms up and running. The plants are, over 1.5 meters tall now for the main mothers. The clones are all healthy and growing well. So, we had some issues at the start with, just getting the conditions right and everything else. But I think a lot of you, you've shared some of the photos of the plants now, and Taylor's really happy with their performance. We've got no issues with them, no root rot, no deficiencies in the actual plants. And if you see the color of the leaves, I mean, they're really, really healthy. So looking good. So we're on track for where we want to be. Some of the construction, as you know, is a little bit delayed, but we are growing in our actual factory in separate rooms. So the growing process is not delayed, although the actual final homes of the plants might be a little bit late. The plants are progressing well.
Okay, fantastic. So you say that's a bit late. Will that be a delay on the harvest or not?
No, I mean, we're still looking at the harvest going to be for March as the same. So, although some of the plants aren't in their final resting homes, they are being grown in other parts of the factory. So, as each container comes on board, we're putting the clones into those slightly later stages in their lives. So they're all growing still, but they're moving in slightly later. But the harvest is still on track for March time. So we're good.
Okay, that's great. And then the schedule for pool 3 plants going into the containers, well, I suppose that's not going to be the next couple of weeks. We've got a few delays there, you just said.
Yeah, I mean, what we've done is obviously we're building not just the NFT containers, we're building the whole facility. So, we're actually ahead of schedule in some sections, behind schedule on others, just because, we found some, different areas that we had to, like any project, things crop up that you didn't expect. We had to move some of the staircases. The electrical system was a little bit late because, we're relying on the main electrical company to come and change our power generators and, the transformers. So Christmas, New Year didn't help, but no, I mean, but the second story, so, the upstairs section, we're ahead of schedule on that. So, it's good. It's good. Every day, something happening. So that's the main thing.
Oh, that's great. That's exciting, man. Yeah, I can't wait to come see you next week, Saturday.
Yeah.
The current demand of product, kilograms per month, have you got that you can share with us?
Yeah, I mean, already, our goal is to obviously sell the cannabis way before we even cultivate it. So, I mean, we're doing deals now with dispensaries and some of our wholesale customers, and people are reserving stock. So already, I mean, we've got a demand of around 300 kgs per month. And we can't even achieve that with our full site. So, I mean, to deliver 300 kgs of cannabis, we need 120 containers on a perpetual harvest cycle to fulfill that. So, by the time we get site 2 up and running, we'll be in a good position. And, we see that demand is constantly growing, as we're making new connections as well with new wholesalers, then, that demand is growing. So at the moment, 300 kg, but I think by the time March comes, that will be slightly more than that for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. And again, thank you for the allocation for site 2. It's much appreciated. What did I want to say there as well? So is there a time frame for getting a batch pool? So remember we spoke about the tracking where NFT holders will be able to see the, well, not the plants inside, but they'd have an idea of the CO2 and all that within the containers.
Yep.
Is that programming close to completion?
Yeah, I mean, we've just finished our main website. I mean, that got delayed slightly, but I mean, you can actually go to the CannaFox website now, and it's all up and running, and people can see the strains that we've got and photos of the finished flower, and then the members area is almost complete as well. So once that's all complete, then obviously we'll give you guys and everybody the login details. So people can log into the members area, and that will be where everybody can view, updated photos, videos, data on the plants and the grow. So, we'll share that with you over the next, but I would say by the end of January, that'll all be ready.
Okay, fantastic. Awesome. And, okay, I see here that we've had a question. Okay, this is now, can we get a secondary market NFT section in the Discord? Yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea. So we'll get onto that. We'll add a channel into the Discord. So if anyone does want to sell an NFT, they can post it there. Although I must say, guys, I'm really proud of our community because, I mean, to date, one single NFT being sold. I mean, you guys are absolutely amazing. Super Silver, he would like to know if you would have access to individual plant data via the QR codes that are on the plants.
Not really. I mean, the QR codes on each plant is really. I mean, there will be some data on it, but the QR code really on each plant is more of just the strain name, the what do you call it, the date it was planted. So if we have to keep updating the QR code, because when you generate a QR code, you put in the data, press generate, and then it will generate a specific QR code depending on what data you put in. So, I mean, if we have to keep updating that with, say, nutrient data and dates of feeds and, milliliters of water, then it would just be too much to do for every plant. So what they will be able to do is if they see photos, they will be able to scan the QR code and it will tell them the name of the strain, information like where the original genetics came from, where the original breeder came from, and the initial date it was planted. So that will be there for each plant, but it won't be updated on a regular basis because it's just too labor intensive to do that.
Yeah, sure, fair enough. I mean, I think that also answers the next question of Silver, for a weekly walkthrough. I mean, I know you are giving updates, and I know you guys have got your job to do. We're not expecting you to walk around with a video camera every week for us.
No, but I mean, well, that is definitely something we will be doing. I mean, we do want, just for our own records, I mean, we take videos every day already. And obviously at the moment, we're not sharing that with everybody, but we will get into that habit. So as each week we take new video, rather than keep that on our phones and on our computers, we'll upload that to the members area. So there will be regular videos being uploaded. I mean, Tristan, who's at the facility, he's obviously doing a lot of that. Taylor's doing that. So we do want to have the data there, and because Taylor loves it. I mean, when he's in the container, he's taking videos of the plants, photos. So they're his baby, so he likes to share that information. But we'll just do it in the private area.
Okay. Oh, and Simon, a quick question there from Stormy. So the white paper says 12 weeks per crop. But 2 crops a year, or is that about the minimum? So basically, how many crops are we expecting per year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, we are going to get more than 2 crops. I mean, we plan to get hopefully 3 harvests or more per year. But I mean, what we have to do is, at the end of the day, we need to make sure those containers produce the 30 to 40 kgs of cannabis. So, different crops, different strains have different yields and everything. But yeah, we will get more than the 2 harvests for sure.
Okay, yeah, awesome. So here we go. How do you trim your buds? So have you guys got a plan there by trimming already? Is it going to be by hand or by machine?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I mean, we're actually doing both. I mean, we've got machines that that are going to be there. So, I mean, as we initially we want to get the best product because the first harvest, obviously we're going to be showing it to a lot of people, and we want to get the best results. So, we'll do some of that by hand to make sure we get the best finish. But we have got machines as well, and actually in Thailand now there's actually companies that are set up in business just to do that. So, because a good trimming machine is like 300,000 baht, so it's about 10,000 US dollars. But there's companies here now in Thailand that rent the machines. They'll turn up at your factory or you grow for like 2-3 days, and you can rent the machines. You can rent them just the machines and do it yourself, or they'll turn up with staff and help you do it. So it's a whole new industry growing on the equipment leasing, but we've got machines and hand trimming, so we'll do a little bit of both just to see what we get the best results at. But at the end of the day, when you're doing large volumes, to hand trim them takes a lot of time and effort. But the good thing about Thailand is, the labor here is a lot cheaper than if you were doing it back in the US or Canada. So we can afford to have hand trimmers. But yeah, we will do machines. Eventually will be the majority.
Okay, awesome. Somi, I'll answer the other one. So if the quality drops, then you'll see Simon turn a lot more grayer, because we have an agreement with Simon that he buys it at us from 200 baht a gram.
Yeah.
So basically, whatever the quality is, Simon has guaranteed a 200 baht per gram purchase from us.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, just on that, at the end of the day, it's like any business, whether you're a whiskey producer, a wine producer, you've got a certain standard that you need to maintain, and it's the same for us. I mean, Taylor doesn't grow rubbish cannabis. His standards are very high, and that's why we're partners. At the end of the day, he grows top quality cannabis. He makes sure the conditions are right, the nutrients, and we have to maintain our quality. We have our standard operating procedures, we have our schedules, our nutrients, to make sure no matter how big we grow, whether we've got 1 site, 2 sites, 3 sites, the quality is going to be top quality. Like you'd expect from any vineyard producing champagne, no matter how big they are, they maintain their quality, and we're the same.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I've met Taylor a few times. I mean, he's really deep into his weed. So, I mean, definitely no trust issues there. So, Cosmic Red, I'll answer that one. The contract between CannaFox and Fox Farms, no, that's quite highly confidential. It's not something that I would publish, out for the open. I mean, obviously, we've got competitors. Simon's got other clients. I mean, contracts just kind of have to be a bit confidential. But I mean, here, Simon can tell you we've got a contract. I can tell you we've got a contract. So that contract does exist. What's the projective turnaround after a harvest of pool 1 and 2 to get the next plants in the containers? So basically, plants ready, cut, murdered, taken out. How long till the next plants go back in?
Sorry, say again. Sorry.
So basically, Save Konyan's asking. So once the harvest has been completed, how long does it take to get the plants back? New plants back to the container?
Very quick. I mean, our mother plants are really, really healthy. So we're taking probably around, in a week, we have over 2,000 clones. And I mean, now we're getting to a point where we're running out of space. We're actually selling clones to other farms, certain clones, because we just can't keep them all. So, we're able to take so many cuttings, and obviously our infrastructure at the factory, we've got separate areas where we take the clones, get them into, smaller plants ready to go into containers. So we've got a constant supply of new plants. So the only thing we need to do is, for example, once we harvest, is probably two days to finish to do the harvest, clear the container, and then it will be probably another 2 days to clean down, make sure we clean the entire container, disinfecting it, get it all ready again, and then that's it, the clones come in. So, from harvest to getting new plants in, we're only talking sort of 4 or 5 days maximum.
Okay, awesome. And okay, Super Silver, you've asked, are we going to receive any profits before the next month? The answer is yes. Because Simon needs time to get the second piece of land ready. I'm guessing there's no electricity there, so he's got to get all that done. So, I mean, my guess is that Simon will probably be ready by March, April, which is normally when we should have received the first NFT payouts anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
NFT rewards.
I mean, we've got our site 2 ready now, and I think we spoke about this before. So we don't want to rush into anything. There's a lot of people looking at our project. They want to see results. So site 2 is now ready. It's some of the infrastructure is being put in place, but we will start opening that up around, as you say, after the first harvest. So when people start seeing results and it's like, wow, this is real, we're getting the results we expected, then we'll open it up and say, right, site 2 is now ready, start reserving your spaces, and site 2 will come on board a lot quicker than site 1, because we've made all the mistakes already. We've ironed out a lot of problems. We've sort of done our trial and error, our research and development. So site 2 will be a lot smoother and a lot quicker.
That's really awesome. And now, Mr. Yusuke, so you're asking there for the next part of the NFT. So basically, quite a few of the costs have gone up. I mean, the cost of the containers, what they were in October, are not the same. The LED lighting, I saw some of those boxes there, and, some of those containers set up. there is, it's quite impressive. It looks like a proper Christmas tree. The cost of the NFT for the next batch now, for the next batch of 10, that'll be at around $700 an NFT. So just give a heads up on that one. Guys, get ready for it. Simon's given us the 10 allocation, which was really nice. We had to fight him for it, because he's got a lot of outside investors that have come in. So luckily, he's part of the NFT team as well. So, so he does give us a bit of a helping hand every now and then, which we appreciate. So we've got the 10 containers booked. That will be March, April after the harvest. But yes, Ben, Martin, I don't know if you guys have any more questions to throw at Simon. Otherwise, I think we might let Simon get his beauty sleep.
Nah, mate, you've covered everything. And we'll be in the live events channel as well. So if you've got any more questions or want to find out more details about anything Greg or Simon have spoken about, then we'll be online live on Saturday. So see you then.
Yeah, 10 a.m. Thai time. If you guys look in the Discord announcements, it'll show you a local time.
Yeah, for sure. I think just, maybe as a final note from our point of view, it's like a lot of people are looking at Thailand, how things are evolving in terms of licensing, the cannabis industry and everything. And, this business changes so quickly, for sure. Lots of things have happened in the last 3 months, and every month something new is happening. But as far as we see it, there's more regulations coming into the cannabis business, which is actually good, good for us, because, when it first started, becoming legal, there were cannabis shops popping up everywhere. There were people setting up stalls on the side of the road and selling cannabis. The government, of course, want to crack down on that. So they're introducing new regulations. November the 16th, they gave a big announcement to say no online sales, no electronic transactions, no advertising. You must have a licensed premises. You must record how much you're growing, who you're selling to, and all. And this is good for us. The more regulations they bring in, it gets rid of all that rubbish, and that's what Thailand needed, and now they're cracking down on some of the shops that don't have the right paperwork. And it's like any business, once you start getting the right regulations, you can start maintaining the quality, you can maintain the correct distribution and the correct supply. And from our point of view, we look at that as a good thing. So there's a lot of rumors flying around, a lot with the new political party. Are they going to make it illegal again? And we've spoken to a lot of people, and even if a new party came in, we don't see that happening, because actually some of the new party are for it, And they took out what they call Section 3 from the Cannabis and Hemp Act, which just named the actual product by name so that these two parties could actually agree the new law and the main structure. So what we think is when the new government comes in, if a new party does win, they're not going to reverse it because, you know, the farmers have got a potential to earn so much money from their crops in the future, but they will require more regulation, which is good. And if the old party stays in, then it's still on course for what we expect at the moment. So, you know, I don't think we need to worry too much.
Well, I agree. And I mean, also, if you have a look at how they've released all the people who had criminal records and were in jail from cannabis, you know.
Well, that's it.
Are they going to go and rearrest them all again? No, so I agree. I mean, I think that's done and dusted.
And I mean, the whole government, you know, just on, you know, the whole, I think the thinking behind legalizing cannabis as well is the whole other industry of industrial hemp. You know, a farmer with a rye of land growing rice can earn, you know, 10,000 baht a month. Whereas if they suddenly switch that over to industrial hemp, okay, industrial hemp is a lot cheaper than obviously the recreational, but one rye of land can generate them a very good income. So, you know, the whole Thai culture and the Thai community are looking at switching to industrial hemp because it's going to improve the local farmers, and the government want to get behind that. That's why they gave out 1 million plants to the Thai people. You know, they want the farmers go over to industrial hemp, improve your crop. You know, that's a far better revenue. So, and the farmers have a lot of votes. So whoever the political party is, they need to look after the farmers at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think you gave away some alpha. They have a new project that's coming soon, you know.
Well, that's it.
So yes, I mean, that's definitely something that we are looking at. You know, I know Simon has been looking at going into the hemp farming and actually making the first hemp factory in Southeast Asia. So definitely something to keep the eyes on the horizon for. Yeah. Well, cool, guys. Cheers for that.
Good.
And we'll see you guys on Saturday.
Yeah, all good. And yeah, upwards and onwards.
For sure.
See you later, guys.
Take
Cheers,
care.
man.
See you
Thanks a
later.
lot.
Bye-bye.
All the best.